Tilted Kilt with more great old schoolers. We're coming to you from Talking Old School with Roger Franklin Williams. Pleased to be joined right now by regular contributor to our show and a great old schooler, Elgin Davis, one of the all-time great players for UCF Knight football. In fact, he was recently inducted in the UCF Hall of Fame. Also played in the league with the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Got a new book out, Foundation out. We're going to get caught up with Elgin Davis right now. Elgin, great to see you again.
Thanks, always a pleasure to be on the show with you, Roger.
You got your book here. Why don't we go ahead and start, tell us a little bit about your book. Why did it happen to me?
Well, Why Did It Happen to Me is my personal memoir, and I was inspired some 2 years ago to write the book because of the principles that my loved ones instilled in me at an early age. And in lieu of the tremendous problems that are in our youth today, I figured that the book would be my way of donating and giving back to our community to shed some type of light and inspiration for our youth.
Now, of course, you were also, in April, you were inducted into the UCF Hall of Fame, played from 83 to 87, and you, along with Teddy Wilson, were the first two Knights to be drafted in the National Football League.
Yes, that's true.
Would you like to share a highlight or two or three with us about your career playing for the Knights?
Well, UCF, it was filled with highs and lows, as you can imagine. Back in 1983, we didn't have the national audience that UCF is experiencing today. We could have only dreamt of having 40 to 50,000 students at a game. But back then, we had about 2,000 students, and Teddy and I, back then, we looked at ourselves as pioneers. We wanted to establish something at the school that would give the students and the student athletes something to emulate in the up and coming years. And we went through a couple of coaching changes back in those times. But I left with some fantastic memories. I met a lot of wonderful people. I've been able to build long life relationships with some of my teammates back then. And so UCF is really bridged the gap between 83 and 87. Some notable people like Dante Culpepper and Sante Samuels. It makes me feel good to see the current guys becoming successful and reaching the milestone. You also got to feel good about the fact that you were one of the guys that really laid some big bricks there early to build that foundation. I think that's the greatest feeling of all, Roger, to be able to say that I played an intricate role in helping the organization and the college become as successful as it is today. And I think that by becoming a Hall of Famer, that was probably one of the biggest tributes that they can actually give me as a student athlete.
Now, you mentioned too, you have a foundation that you're starting as well. Tell us about the Elgin Davis Foundation.
Well, the Elgin Davis Foundation is sort of like a ministry for me. It's a way that I can reach out in the community and share my passion to those that inspire to be athletes or just great citizens in our society. And I felt that I had an obligation to reach back as much as I could to give the best of myself. And this book is a book of how you brush off your knees and stand back up and get back on the mission to accomplish whatever your destiny is in life. And I think we all have a mission, we all have a destiny, but it's going to take guidance, it's going to take strength, courage, and it's going to take wisdom to reach it. I think this book will offer such guidance.
Now, Elgin is, got a new football season coming up.
Yes.
2010, a lot of close observers, including maybe even myself, think this could maybe be the best season in UCF history. Got a strong team coming back.
Yes.
Schedule, there's not a game on the schedule that can't be won.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on the 2010 UCF?
Well, I share the same thoughts and sentiments as you. I think South Florida gave us an example of what can happen. I mean, they were very highly ranked at one particular point, and I feel as though the talent that they possessed at that time is not as great as the talent that we have at this time. And so I think that all the elements are now coming together at the right time, and so I'm expecting, some great things from UCF.
Elgin, thanks for spending some time with us. It's always great to get caught up with you.
Likewise, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Why did it happen to me?